We haven't seen each other in a long time. Like, imagine a friend that you have not seen in 5 years. And they've kind of peeped you in the back end, right? Y'all come together and you're like, girl, so how are you? Right. That's those moments. This is that moment where it's like, yeah, I see this, I see that, but how are you? No. We're not gonna cry. We're not gonna cry. Let me make my little triangle corner. And you know your girl don't. This ain't, Lord. It's been tough. I've been going through a lot, okay? A lot. And I'm sure y'all like, girl, yes, me too, okay? Because we all grown now. We all grown. Let's start in the year 2020, where a lot of things changed for everyone. Outside of our own personal issues, COVID happened. I was already pregnant. The time that COVID actually hit heavy, I was pregnant. If you are a woman pregnant during COVID, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Because there we are as women carrying our beautiful baby, having to protect their life, having to watch ours. We have a mask on. We already can't breathe. We're pregnant. This pregnancy was an induced pregnancy. And I thank God that they did not fully shut down the world. I was able to have my husband in the room. I wasn't able to have my parents or anyone else, just my husband. And I thank God for that, because I know that not everyone was able to have that. I would have loved to have my whole family there because I needed it. I did, because I do remember I sat down and I did tell y'all about how that labor and delivery went. And I was just very real and very authentic. And I think I was still even in the postpartum depression moment in that video. And I wanted to bring awareness to my experience. Of course, there was a group of people that just honestly just didn't understand. And there was another group of women that understood. Motherhood is not the perfect picture. Motherhood is more of a beautiful picture with flaws and imperfections and dark moments. You are very valid in the beautiful picture of motherhood where you're having dark moments, because you are gonna make it out, and that's what's gonna make it beautiful. So although my labor and delivery was not the best experience for me, the beauty in it all. Beautiful, my beautiful girl. Oh my gosh, Eden. She was worth every piece of pain. That's why motherhood is beautiful. Because although you be having your moments, you look over and you like, yeah, I'll do it again for you. I'll do it all over again. All over again. The only thing I would change about my labor and delivery is the fact that, like, it's, you know, this is something that not everyone knows. So give me a minute. Give me a minute. Thank you. After, you know, I got the C-section, I sat up, and of course I was knocked out at some point because the drugs. The drugs are working. The drugs worked. The moments that I was up, I had the little, what is it, that desk that slides, and there was, my laptop was open, and I was like editing videos and working. The nurse would come in and she's like seeing me on my laptop and stuff, and she was like, wow, like, goodness, girl. And it's like, I'm not thinking anything of it. I wasn't working the whole entire time. I mean, you can't work the whole entire time in that situation. You know, you gotta breastfeed, you gotta hold the baby, you gotta fill out forms. I don't think I needed to do that. I wish I would have just stayed in the moment. I've been a YouTuber slash content creator slash, I don't even want to say it, because who made up this word? This word wasn't a word back when I started. This whole influencer word, like, I hate it. I hate it. I've been doing this for over 10 years. I feel old. I'm still doing it though. you don't get any paid time off. It's not the same as most jobs out here. And when you really locked in, you don't really know when to stop. I didn't take any breaks to get me together. You don't have anyone over your shoulder saying, yeah, 40 hours, that's it. You can't work any more hours. Clock out. No, not in this world. You have to be mentally aware. You have to protect your mental and your time to be able to know when you need to clock out and clock back in. So 2020, I spent time really just being a new mom, but also trying to manage. Oh my goodness. Like, I know I'm not alone. This is why I should have spoke to y'all a long time ago. And that's why I hate that we haven't caught up, because I needed y'all. We needed each other, and things would have been a little bit more smoother had we had each other. 2020 overall was me just trying to figure things out and find balance between work and motherhood and marriage. 2021 might take the cake. That I don't know, like 2021 wasn't a good year. This year might be a little emotional for me, but I'm gonna get through it to get to it. Right there at the beginning of 2021, like basically New Year's 2021, I moved to Texas. This was around the time that I think there was a big rise of a lot of content creators moving to Texas. This was on that rise. And you know what? It probably also was coming off of COVID, with people financially and people also becoming content creators, and with Texas not having any income state tax, which is very good for small business owners, content creators. It's a lot of benefits in people that want to start a business or be a content creator in Texas, is what I'm getting at. On top of that, Texas homes are big for a cheaper price compared to a lot of places. Texas will give you a big, thick home, y'all, with high ceilings, you know the works, the aesthetically pleasing homes for a much smaller price. You're gonna get a lot of house. And who wouldn't love that? I loved it. I had a cousin in Texas, and I was already familiar with some of the content creators in that area between, you know, Houston and Dallas. So I'm like, well, what can go wrong? Like, yeah, I don't have my family here, but you know, family is what you make it. You get to choose your family. You get to choose your village, you know, like I can make this work. It's fine. Things just didn't go the way I planned. And it's kind of funny to sit here and say things didn't go the way I planned. We plan, God laughs. We think we know. Ugh, come on, like, I need you. I need you. Or, I mean, what y'all tripping about this? It's like once I got there, things just it wasn't falling into place, y'all. It just was not falling into place. I was going through a whole lot, and one thing kind of just really did it for me. And oh my gosh. Okay, no, you got it. You got it. I didn't have it, y'all. I didn't have it. I did not have it. Okay. But I gotta keep on going. Like, I truly have to keep on going. Okay. My mom was diagnosed with cancer. That was a lot for me. And I found out right after taking a Hawaii trip. I sensed like something, you know, like when you get a call and you could just kind of get a feel. And I just feel like it wasn't told to me until after I got back, because, you know, people want to consider she's in Hawaii at all places, like, you know, let her enjoy that. And when she comes home, fill her in. So there I was in Texas, 15 hours away from my whole family, brother, sister, mom, dad. My husband, he's also far away from his family. They're in North Carolina. Like, after that, I kind of just instantly regretted even moving to Texas, just off of the fact that, like, if I even knew before moving, I wouldn't have moved. Just off of the fact that, like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? And me and my mom, we cool. She get on my nerves sometimes. She get on my nerves sometimes. However, that's my mama and I love her. I'm feeling so many layers of emotions. Like I'm feeling for my dad. I'm feeling for my mom. I'm feeling for my siblings. And you know what? Y'all know when y'all hear about people talking about the strongest friend. I am the strong friend. I am the strong family member. That is me. I am that person that you hear people kind of like talking about. And when people say check on your strong friends and your strong family members, they're not lying. Because when you are the strongest, you're not gonna ever look like you need to be checked on. You're not gonna look like it. That is me, and that has always been me. And at that moment of my life, I hated the fact that I came off so strong. You know, I hated it so much. Because the moment that you really, really, really need emotional support from a friend, from family, which family already going through it. So we all going through it. So then I was like, oh, it would be nice to have had trying to find it. A true friend. At that point in my life, I didn't have the amazing people that I have now. If you know me, you know I don't go out my way to like make friends. I love connecting with people, but I'm not gonna move out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't thirst to be surrounded. But if there was ever a moment in my life outside of family that I needed like a true friend, and I'm saying true because it hit different. You know what I'm saying? Like it hits different to have a true friend. You know, it's deeper. It's more than just the surface stuff. It's really like some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all get it and some of y'all don't. I'll never forget that moment where I was just like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I needed a true friend at that moment outside of family. As I kept on going into my womanhood, I definitely learned that. I learned that for sure. Like you do need women that can really be there for you. Family is good, chef's kiss, but being surrounded by women that support you emotionally, that just understand, you know, they just understand. And without the weird stuff, oh Jesus, without the weird stuff, 2021 hit me so bad. It hit me so bad, and it exposed and revealed so much. And maybe that's why I hurt. Maybe that's why I hurt so bad, because when things are revealed and exposed and you're like, no, no, not you. Ain't no way this happening. Problems and issues start coming out of nowhere. Certain things happening. Ooh. There I was going through, my mom's sick. I'm over here trying to balance motherhood. Things are getting exposed. I'm having like this icky feeling. At some point I found myself crying in the car almost every day. Like, you know, when you just can't find peace and you just like, what is it? Like, what is it? And you're just looking at things and you're like, well, this is fine. This is fine. What area? Like, it's an area that something isn't right. I would talk to God and I would be like, Lord, I need peace. I didn't even know what I was asking for. I was just like, yo, like, Lord, I'm just tired of feeling this way. Like, something is up. Like, I am just tired of feeling this way. Like, something is up. Like, I just need peace. I need peace. I need peace. I need peace. In there it was in 4K. I could clearly see. Looking back, I can truly just honestly be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Because everything happened the way it needed to happen. It honestly, truly did. Because it only got better after. 2021 was the year to shake the table, and 2022 was the what is it? Calm after the storm. 2022, I really took time to grieve the old me. Like, that was a big transition. Like, I was no longer the person I was. That was when I feel like I changed the most. Definitely got closer to God for sure. And maybe that's why he was trying to get my attention. Sometimes the Lord gotta like really get rid of these distractions around you. And he has to quiet the room. And it really got quiet. I didn't feel alone in 2022. From there, you know, I was able to build genuine connections. On top of that, I went to God more. I wasn't doing that as much. I wasn't doing that as much in 2021. Until, of course, I lost it. I literally lost it and was like, Lord, do you hear me? It's been a minute, but hello. I need your help. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, until it got bad. Yeah. God showed up in 2021 so much so that I was like, yo, I'll never be far from you again. You're coming to 2022, okay? Because I know that you are here for a lifetime. I ain't got to worry. I ain't got to worry about God. I ain't got to question God. I ain't got to side-eye God. God's consistent and always been. I was going to God about everything. You know what I'm saying? Every single thing. And that made 2022 definitely not as lonely as 2021. So 2022, I got pregnant again. Second baby. At this point, Eden wasn't even 2. I was very happy about being pregnant. I knew for a fact that I wanted 2 kids, hands down. I was feeling it. Your girl was eating. I ate on my pregnancies. I don't know about everybody else, but I ate on my pregnancies. Like, I'm not about, no, give me the pizza, give me the burgers, give me a reason to eat. So your girl ate, and yes, weight. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, oh my gosh, how did you lose so much weight? I was pregnant. Y'all saw. But then again, I haven't been sitting here kikiing with y'all, so I understand from some people's perspective. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. After having eaten, I didn't even get back into shape. You know what I'm saying? Boom, there we go, another pregnancy. So it was, you know, doubling up at this point. But I'll never forget the ultrasound when it was time to find out the gender. The lady was gonna put it in a little envelope and all of that. And she was on the keyboard and she was typing. I hear the typing and I counted. You know what I'm saying? I counted 4. So at that moment, I'm just like, I'm having another girl. Now, honestly, I definitely already was hoping for a boy. I've always wanted to have a boy and a girl and a boy, in whatever order, it don't matter. I wanted to experience both. Though I counted trying to, basically, your girl can't even just sit back and have a surprise for herself, Lord. I gotta know every little thing. I'm a deep person. I'm a deep thinker. And for me, I was just like, no, I don't think God's gonna give me a boy. You know, nah, there's no way. Like, I want this too bad, and God is just looking at me like, girl, you don't have no control over this. Like, I say what I say goes. My sister and I, we didn't grow up very close, you know, like we didn't grow up getting along. I'll say things are better now, but before, I didn't really have like a sisterhood, you know what I'm saying? And with my mom and I, we also did not really having that mom and daughter relationship that you see in the movies, okay? Like, we didn't have that. So that being said, there was just a moment that I'm like, you know, God has a sense of humor. I'm over here thinking like, oh, you know, God's gonna give me, you know, 2 girls close in age, the same way I was. This time I get to, you know, change their story and it won't be like mine. And I'm gonna make sure that they're close and this and that. And 2 heads to do. 2 heads to wash, deep condition, 2 heads that I gotta learn how to braid. Oh goodness, like I ain't even think about that when Eden came out. Like, oh wait. Ooh, I have to do her hair. Like, I have to make sure her hair is done. Okay, your girl's doing it, but I'm just saying, like, these are things that, like, was just going through my head initially. So, anyways, when I found out that God blessed me with a boy, sometimes I'll be thinking, like, no, like, you're not gonna give me what I want. But every now and then, I'm like, oh, okay, Lord, you heard my prayer. Like, okay. Throughout my pregnancy, as far as carrying, it went really good. And I was trying to take a different route after having a C-section that really was very traumatizing. I was like, okay, well, let me go more of the natural route. This is what I would like to do. And it was not a good experience. And I have not came to y'all, even on the family channel, Steven and I, like, we have not fully went into detail. At some point we even went to seek legal counsel. I'll circle back on that when the time comes. Make sure to follow my lifestyle channel. I did make a new channel, y'all. I know y'all like, girl, you got a whole lot was going on. Yes. Before even giving birth, y'all, like, my brother got married. And I hated that I could not be at his wedding. Like, if there was gonna be, I mean, I would have made it to everyone's wedding. But if there was a wedding that I knew I would have never missed, it would have been my brother's. Cause me and my brother, we cool. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother, we really cool. So it didn't make me feel too good. Like, I was there on the FaceTime call, y'all. I was there like on a Zoom call watching, pregnant, because I literally was due at any moment. Like, this was 9 months. I was already past 9 months. Okay, so it was, oh man, yeah, that didn't make me feel good. And I'm just like, here I am in Texas. You know, maybe a girl just, I was very homesick. I don't know, I just love my family. Like, some people move away to get away from their family. That's not why I moved away. Look, my family not perfect, but we do believe in therapy, amen. We believe in hearing each other out. We believe in change. We believe in prayer, and that's enough right there not to make a girl run. My sister also did get married, and the whole entire family, like, we packed up the kids and we went to North Carolina for my sister's wedding and stayed for actually a good chunk of time. So again, balancing work and motherhood. How do I give both of these 100? I know for a fact in 2023, I was not showing up on camera as, like, even myself on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was not, like, at this point, I was just going and I was just doing. And of course, there's a lot of women going through what I'm going through, even at that moment. But again, I wasn't being transparent on camera, kind of coming to y'all to kind of be that community, especially since I didn't have a lot. And being also the strongest friend, me trying to not hold in, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta work on that, this whole, like, want that support, but you can't hold in so much either. Like, girl, like, you gotta let your girls know what's going on with you. Out here just trying, but it is important for us to be self-aware and get to the root of why we are the way we are, or why we dealt with what we dealt with, why we tolerated what we tolerated. You have to take a seat and really be like, okay, why? I definitely took time to do that, and it all made sense. And now I feel like there's a world full of amazing people. Because before, I'm telling you, like, you would really be looking at everybody like, no, cop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really would be side-eyeing everybody like, can I trust anybody around here? Like, is anybody really solid? When 23, your girl went, you know, to Coachella for the first time, and I went with a big group of girls. That was new for me, y'all. Like, I wasn't gonna go, like, but my husband was just like, go. I went on a lot of brand trips in 2023, I think. Like, I felt like I was outside. Like, I felt like, although I wasn't probably posting as much on this channel and kind of showing up on, like, YouTube, showing up and posting a lot and all of that, I felt like 2023 was the year that I was showing up more in my real life. I like that. I like that. I like that. 2023, I wasn't showing up on the internet, I guess you could say, per se, but your girl was showing up in real life, and it mattered. You know what I'm saying? It mattered. Sacrifices have to be made. Lost subscribers, views, whatever, it needed to be made. It is what it is. I know I didn't post that much in 2024. Ooh, I know y'all see it. I know if y'all really take time, like, some of y'all know, some of y'all is just like, girl, who are you? Hey. But those of you that have paid enough attention, you know I wasn't posting on this channel, hardly. I've been doing this for a minute, and I think it finally hit me where I was just like, just getting to a point where I wasn't sure if I really wanted to continue doing the same thing. 2024 had to be the year to really make some heavy decisions. And one of those decisions being moving back to North Carolina. It's crazy. Like, we started this moving away. Now we're moving back. Oh yes, I sit before you right now in North Carolina. If you have, you know, caught up on the Solid Family channel or even my lifestyle channel, then you kind of already know. 2024 was the year of moving back to North Carolina. When you put your house up for a market and you're in the process of selling a home, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a lot, even though we kind of sold it pretty quick. We did. We stayed with my parents for a good chunk of time, I think 60 days. We found our home, which I'm in right now. It's real interesting because when I first was talking about moving to Texas, I'm over here talking about, oh, the aesthetically pleasing house, the high ceilings, the cheaper price for a house, the no state income tax, all this and that, and all the creators are moving here, blah, blah, blah. And what I found out is that God had me in Texas for something completely different. I had to move to Texas for me to even be a better version of myself. I am, you know, them people that are like, all I need is my family. That's me. And I know some people think North Carolina is like boring and all that. Well, it really depends on what you define as boring. But also, the thing is, your girl like to take flights. Like, it's not that hard to take a flight somewhere. Like, it's not that hard. I don't need to be down the street from the rah-rah. I don't want it that way. Now it's 2025 and we're here. But I do know that 2025, although life is gonna always do its thing, I feel good. I feel good about going through life. I made like over 100 videos being transparent and telling my stories of my life. And all of a sudden, I just kind of stopped. I already know some of y'all are like, girl, it's cool. We understand. Thank you for being understanding, but I'm not gonna get emotional. It's a two-way street when you get on camera and you're transparent. And I'm really, really sorry. Like, I got too caught up. And the crazy thing is, like, your girl probably wouldn't have been struggling as much had I came to y'all more. Like, it's been a long time. Like, y'all probably could have definitely helped me through this. Y'all probably like, girl, you must have been very lonely. This ain't no joke. This ain't no game. Like, what you talking about? Like, the internet is my best friend. Like, I stay on Reddit just to be able to hear people's stories to help me. I'm not ashamed to say that I get my emotional support from the internet. I'm not ashamed. Because when you have tough skin like me, yeah, the internet can be a safe space. Like, what's up? Like, and y'all remember my Chance the Rapper intro? Like, that was copyright, by the way. People would be like, what happened to your intro? Copyright, okay? For 2025, y'all, I don't know what this channel's gonna look like, but I know I'm gonna have a ball.